Good evening, Collective, and welcome back to my channel, Keeper of the Reaper. If you're new here, welcome to the weirdness. It's going to be exactly that. I know I'm not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. Absolutely no hard feelings. But if you do happen to resonate, I would love, love, love to have you as part of the Reaper crew. And if you could like, share, subscribe, it would be very, very appreciated. If you're returning, thank you so much for finding something in me to return to. It means everything. I love you. Anyway, so what the universe has been putting on my heart is this is for specific members of the Divine Collective that have kind of been dealing with a whole thing of having priorly been risen up in darkness, so to speak. That's not talking about evil. Like, let's not take it there. It's talking about the light of awareness. You've had certain parts of the collective that, from day one, they have been in the light. Divinity has had direct focus on them. And so that light of awareness has been shown on them, and they haven't had to have kind of anyway. But my dark ones, you know who you are, okay? And I know that this is a transition for you guys. And trust me, I'm right there with you. I have some specific messages for you, and there's this one masculine in particular that for some reason I keep picking up on. I don't know why. Whatever, okay? I know the name, but I'm not going to say it without this person's consent. I don't think that's, and I'm very big on energetic law. So, if you happen to see this, please listen closely, okay? Because a lot of this is to you, sir. Anyway, so, first of all, a lot of you are putting, we have the World card. Part of the way I channel is I ramble, and so that's a part of it. Guys, please have patience. Anyways, so a lot of you guys have been really thinking very heavily, and which is good, very good. Taking the time. We have the Chariot. Taking the time to put things in proper perspective, and a lot of us that are used to shadow work kind of lean on the default of like kind of going back into ourselves to find peace and everything, but there's a lot being reworked within, and so you're going to be finding out as you go within. It's chaotic in there too, right? And so you're like, what the fuck, where am I going to find some fucking peace, whatever. Like, universe is trying to tell you to take some time to yourself, take some time to stop and breathe, and remember that we do have a role to play in the external realm, okay? And I know that many of us are going through, like, things reworking the way that it's gonna, like, be reflecting in the external. And there are some things that are falling apart. There are also things that you may not see yet that are coming together. And just continue to hold space for that which you have been working on manifesting. You're raising yourselves into godhood, just so you know, to be a direct part of the Godhead, just so you know. Okay? Thank you. We have the Fool. This is amazing. This 3 major arcana right here. 3 major arcana, just right off the rip, like that. Anyway, get one more out on the table, please. Guys, take some time. If you don't know what brings you comfort, because I know we've spent so much fucking time working our asses off. We have been doing the work that a lot of people are too fucking afraid to do. And the Page of Swords. We've been doing the work that a lot of the others have put off. And so it does. It's a whole extra workload, and we're used to that. We're used to busting our ass. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. We spent so long immersing ourselves into balancing this out, balancing that out, and making this fit here, making that fit there. And we spent so much time that we've kind of forgotten where we ourselves fall into the equation. And, you know, at this time, like, the universe is offering this blanket of protection. Please, guys, take advantage of it. We don't have to stay focused so much on doing everybody else's work. It's time for them to be held accountable for what they did or did not do. And it's time for us to be able to finish polishing up the work that we've done and finish raising ourselves up so we can take our positions. You remember, I don't know if you may have seen my other videos or not, but I did have a video about spiritual seats of authority and influence and so forth are being reserved. Well, for those who have done the work, your table is being prepared. We need you to continue your work, but this is the fun part. Take a vacation. Treat yourself to something. I know a lot of us are broke as fuck right now. Find it where you can get it, and I'm not saying well, okay, my collective, you understand this. You understand what I mean by this. Y'all already know the rules. I'm not gonna harp at you. It's not my place. It's totally not my place. If you step out it too far out of bounds, it will be my place, but we're not there yet, okay? So per usual with the cards on the table, I do like to pay respect to each individual artist and so forth that publishes. There we go. These decks. And their personal meaning that they gave to the cards. And then I can add whatever, but out of respect, as an artist myself, you know. Anyway, so with the world, of course, the astrological correspondence is Saturn. The world is the final destination of your journey. You have a deeper understanding of your role in the universe, and all of your efforts have come full circle. Okay, and we're not part of the devouring ourselves crowd, so we're not just going to go back into loop-de-loop there, okay? Those who know what the term ambrosia means, it's like a drink, so to speak. There's a big hint for you, and if you're not there yet and understand that terminology, just look it up, and apply the spiritual aspect to it. You'll understand. It'll bring some clarity, okay? So it's completion, satisfaction, travel, and fulfillment. So what we need you to focus on, and instead of we're used to seeing shit around us fall apart, okay? Yes, we're used to that process of kind of putting ourselves in a reset and like, okay, so now what are we going to do moving forward? Well, what I want you to do, what universe wants you to do, is start really honing in on what you're manifesting. Okay, what your ultimate goal has been. How you want to see yourself. That image of yourself. Fine tune that. Add in the little details, all the little biddly bits. Put it in there. And focus on the why you're doing it there and all that. Because, you apply this to everything else. Guys, focus on you too. I'm so excited to see you guys for all that you have been working to be. We all recognize ourselves from where we were. Yep. But, for those of us that also are like on my wavelength too, that also ride the subconscious airwaves and communicate in that space, we've all been kind of side by side, whether we've been aware of it or not, or whether we're just now coming into that awareness and be like, oh, well, that's what I was picking up on this time, and blah, blah, blah. We'll have that big family powwow, oh shit moment when it arrives, because it seems like we're kind of some of us are being moved around to be closer to each other or whatever. Moving on. The Chariot. I get so caught up talking about this stuff, guys, because it's exciting. This is, so many of us have worked so hard for exactly this. And knowing that it's coming in, it's activate, like the more that the rest of you are continuing to wake up and continuing to really push through this part of the process, man, are you not fucking excited? Like, come on. We're doing the damn thing. It's amazing. Anyway, the Chariot. Astrological correspondence is Cancer. The Chariot represents willpower, determination, and self-assurance in any challenge. The Charioteer reminds us to be steadfast and exude self-control in situations that arise in order to ensure victory over any obstacle. Conquest, control, victory, motivation. And then we have the Fool, because I'll get to that in a second. I need to read these before I start all over everything. So the astrological correspondence is Uranus. Anyway, the Fool is the spirit of innocence in all of us as we begin our journey. This card may be at the beginning, birth, or at the end, transformation of our path. Each position marks the start of new beginnings where we are free to be creative and have boundless faith and freely embrace opportunities. Bingo! Boo! Here we are. Embrace it. Right. Potential new beginnings, opportunity, adventure. And then, for the Page of Swords, holy shit, let me find my place in the little freaking booklet. There we go. Thoughtfulness, clarity, curious, and restless. So yes, I definitely can tell that you guys are restless. And I get it. It totally makes sense. It would be so fucking weird if those of us who have endured all this shit aren't feeling restless. Like, I still at times find myself doing it too. But, with some of that restless energy, just a few recommendations, some things you can really dive into that would be beneficial at this time to help you kind of continue that process of 12:22 on my timer, of like honing in on the details of yourself and finishing up that great work. Go ahead and start looking into some of the basics of quantum physics. I like to put it on, even still, like, I've spent my whole life low-key, like, nerding out on this shit. Only recently have I been, like, more open about it. But I do like to continue to cover the basics for myself, and I'll put it on while I sleep at night. You know, so the subconscious picks up on it. You'll find that this stuff will resurface, and, like, you'll be doing something during the day, and it goes into, like, quantum entanglement, and you'll start to notice something, and you'll be like, hey, like, you'll start to kind of see those parallels there, and that's because your subconscious was tuned in while your consciousness was bringing awareness elsewhere, rather, in the sleep state. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Let me get it out. Whatever the fuck my tongue is trying to do. Get the fuck out. Stop it. Okay, because we are going on this new part of our journey. We are having such an epic transformation. And I know there's some weird things, like a lot of us, especially this, please go. This masculine that I've been picking up on has been going through so much stuff, and this masculine has a family, and there's just a lot going on there, and the universe has, like, you know who you are, and I'm glad that you're following what the universe has been pushing you to do. Same goes for the rest of you. Whatever's happening, stop resisting it. Let whatever needs to break, let it break, and focus on your flow moving forward. Where do you want that flow to take you? Where has it been leading you to? And what end result are you aiming for? Set your crosshairs, assassins. It's almost go time, okay? You just give yourself some extra TLC, because I know. You're moving on from this. So much of my goon squad has been dealing with this. And no, it hasn't been punishment. And I know that, stop thinking that. Please. I can hear you. I know what you've been thinking. Well, maybe, especially right now because everything's so in flux, you're starting to, like, please do not bring your spiritual self back into this wheel of confusion. Okay? You've worked so hard to snap yourself out of it and keep your sight setting forward. And now that shit's moving into place, it's not the time to start questioning because this is what you've been working for. Okay? The whole reason that this poverty and lack and whatever area of our life, especially for many of us, materially, okay? It's because we have had to have our energy centers focused elsewhere, and universe knows our line of work. So many of us have forgotten for a long time. Being in this state keeps the aspects of us that needed to be on our toes on its toes. We have transmuted so much, and don't think that it's been for nothing. Think of it like the universe has been holding a fucking bank account with you, and it's been building and building with interest too. Okay? So please just understand that it's all coming together, okay? And with the full and that whole new beginning and things coming full circle, ooh wee, my ears ringing. Yes. Smile. Our redemption draws near. Guys, I'm so fucking proud of you. Please don't fall back on me now. We're almost there. That's why this is happening. That card that I just brought out is to make sure that you're gonna stand on your shit. And I know it's hard, but the only thing that's left to be asked of us is to release what comes up is needing to be released. Just let it go. Take a deep breath. The rest of us have your back too. We're all supporting each other energetically in the spirit and everything as this is transpiring. So this can come in for you. Because this is what you've been to the world. I don't think you guys understand just how much you've helped. Anyway, I don't want to get emotional with the chariot moving forward. Oh, hello. Rebirth. It's time to let that which hasn't served you, has proven it's not going to serve you. And I'm not talking about in an arrogant way. I'm talking about the shit that's going to bring you back down. The shit that you've already worked through. Okay? We're moving on. It's time for this spectrum to be balanced out. We're bringing the sparkle in. And yes, guys, I know. And then we have mature woman. You remember what I said about, like the mom and dad aspect of things and how the dad aspect has been the one getting the main focus and whatever. Mama's home. Okay? Mama's home. She remembers who she is. Thanks to you. Thanks to me. Thanks to all of us who've been doing the fucking work. I don't know if y'all understand. I keep getting hair. Every video, my hair just... Stop it. Anyway. I'm going to leave that alone for right now. The universe is telling me to shut up on that aspect for a minute. So I'm going to shut up on that aspect for a minute. The World card. Things coming to completion. Fulfillment. You're going to get your fulfillment. Thank you. Lost boys are becoming men. Because that scattered masculine energy that was trying to override everybody else's seat at the table, that was trying to put itself in everybody else's fucking seat by influence and all this, that energy had to be so balanced out. And guys, oh my god, and ladies, oh my god, making sure to do your part, ladies, making sure to do your part and ensuring that they rise up before they get some kind of benefit or what the fuck ever, holding them accountable, holding yourselves accountable, making sure you're not one of those that enables the problem, and fellas, holding each other accountable, holding yourselves accountable, and seeing fit to rise to that which the feminine deserves and what you yourself deserve, because you're starting to understand women, the feminine energy is like a multiplier for you, for her too. And once you create together, oh, especially if you're on, exactly. Especially if you both are like sitting on your fucking thrones and you look good doing it, guys. All of you. This is the most energetically sexy shit I have witnessed in a long fucking time. And you sure do know how to show the fuck up and prove some motherfuckers wrong, and I'm loving every bit of it. I'm here for it all the way. I am so fucking proud of you. And you should be so fucking proud of yourself. And you're going to be seeing the results very soon. And I'm going to be pulling some cards in a minute on exactly what you're going to be seeing. But with the Page of Swords, I'm wanting to pull another one to go with that that poverty thing, moving past that. Exactly, pathway. See, that's further clarification. Yeah, you're moving forward past beyond that. Your opportunity to rise out of that is you're being granted this space to hone your great work and just chill as the opportunities come to you. Okay? You busted your ass. And I don't blame you for even now, like, kind of getting to that, well, shit, like, everybody's saying all this stuff. We're all feeling this intense energy, and there's been nothing but more shit. Like, for me today, I went to go down to Sheetz to get a snack for me and the kids. It was a really hot fucking day. I'm gonna go get a little milkshake, whatever. I go to use my EBT card, and guess what? It's not even the end of the month. And my food stamp balance got fucked up. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm on fucking food stamps. Take a walk in my shoes for the past few years. I know how to be thankful, I know how to be grateful, and I pay my fucking taxes, okay? I have paid my portion into that. And thank you everybody else who have been making sure to do, like, come on, whatever. Moving on. And I do want to get one more on this gift aspect, because we have the Fool with like the new beginning and all this other blah blah blah, and then adjudication, judgment stuff, and then the gift, and then we have Privileged Lady. Okay, you could see it as like, in masculines, this goes for you too. Like, don't just get caught up on the lady aspect of it, but your feminine aspect has really healed a lot. And as we raise ourselves up into that godhood, we're not taking over like a god's position or anything like that. No, there's more than one God. We all can recognize source. You know, we all are attached to source, but we are granted a piece of that through our own free will, whether we choose to or not. Raise ourselves up to be able to share in that. Okay? And I was talking about like the forward mind, the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind, the masculine and feminine aspects. A lot of the damage has been done to the feminine aspect because, as we all know, if anybody has picked up a Bible or any religious text outside of like really ancient stuff, they don't give any credence whatsoever. They actually really ostracize feminine energy in women. Okay? It's not, it's you taking the time to work with your feminine aspect and make her feel like a privileged lady. To make her feel like a lady. Okay? And that's across the board. Masculine and feminine vessels that hold the masculine and feminine aspects together. Like I said, the masculine and feminine aspects, think of it as mom and dad. If you are part of Team Godhead, okay? Think of the feminine and masculine aspects within yourself as mom and dad. And you grew up, that you in there that has been rising up and working with all of it, were born into just a really kind of imbalanced household. But you've done your work, and it's time for you, just like in certain parts of scripture and stuff, like you don't have to attach to every little thing, because if you take it too literally here or not symbolically there or vice versa, it's going to get you fucked up. But there is a piece of wisdom in that talks about like once you get married, you get away from your mom and dad's house. Okay, well, certain things have been inverted. So it's like mom and dad are leaving you their house, the vessel, so you can bring the house into a godly estate. Okay? I hope you follow. If not, watch some of the other videos and make time to do that. That could be something you can do to help get your mind off this other shit. Feed your mind some good old-fashioned soul food instead of this baby food that's been going around for so goddamn long as far as feeding the soul, the inner soul. Anyway, okay. I knew it was going to touch on this. Lovers. So prepare for union, guys, girls, peoples, things, all fairy tale things. Just kidding. No, but you remember I was talking about like the magical aspect of this and the role that the imagination plays, and having been able to balance that out and present things to the conscious mind that the subconscious has suggested in a way that it could rationalize it, so together they could bring it forth into the external. The biggest hang-up that the forward mind has had is with its indoctrinated programming, trying to understand what the subconscious has been telling it, because it has a hard time rationalizing it. And if it's hung up, it cannot fully project things with the subconscious through your perceptual lens. Okay? It all goes into like wavelengths and waveforms and the particle physics. How the things become the stuff. And the stuff that... Anyway, moving on. Yes, counterparts. So, those of you who have been rising up into your God selves, your godhood. Some of you are probably starting to take notice that either the person that you thought was for you is starting to fall away from you. Okay, you may have thought that was your divine counterpart or something, but no. That means you have an ethereal. That's when the put it this way, when the veil comes down and they come through, they'll be there for you, and you're gonna know, and you're probably already starting to pick up on them. And that's a whole new territory. We'll get there, okay? But for now, I'm just letting what you need to know out, and I'm already pushing 30 minutes, so I need to hurry the fuck up. Let me wet my whistle real quick. Some of us have always been aware of our divine counterparts. Some of us have been aware since we were children, okay? Others started to take awareness of that as they began to grow spiritually. And for others, they're just now starting to catch on to the awareness because, let's face it, we've had to have a lot of focus in our work, so to speak. And we've been wondering why these relationships that we've been in and stuff they just don't work, right? There's always something, and no matter how hard you try, no matter how you show up, the work that you do and blah, 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 like, it's never reflected back to you by whoever the fuck you're with. It's because you're not meant to be with someone from here, okay? Your counterpart has been waiting on you to rise to a point where they can come to meet you, okay? And as you do work, you're also helping your counterpart do work on their end, because not all divinity is created equal, okay? And then there are those of you that your counterpart has already done their work, but they have a seated position on Team Godhead, and you can name that whatever the fuck you want. You can call them archangels, you can call them principalities, you can call whatever, or other gods and goddesses that had already gone through this process and risen themselves up into godhood and decided to leave this plane for a period of time to give you room and space so they would not be a distraction to do your work too. Okay? That was a lot to get out. So what else do you want, my collective? Fuck. Don't do that. Okay, there was some that fell on the floor next to me in a pile, but there was this one that landed on my leg, so I'm just going to take this one. The rest are going back in the pile. Know thyself. Okay, so like I was saying, take the rest of this time that you've been granted this time to whatever the hell is falling apart, let it break. Okay, focus on getting to know the rest of you that you aren't quite aware of yet. Give yourself, or rather yourself, the gentleness that you have been lending out to everyone else, the consideration you've been lending out to everybody else. Get your hair done. If you can't afford to get your hair done, there's something you can do for you. Something. Polish up that you've been rising to. We all have had that inner vision of who we truly are. And that's kind of what has set the bar for us, so to speak, as we've continued to rise. And every time we rise a little higher, it comes clearer into view. And so polish up those details. And I don't care how fucking ridiculous anybody else might see it. If you want to imagine yourself with wings and fucking antennas or some shit, I don't fucking, whatever sinks your submarine, whatever floats your boat, add those details and give it a purpose and a meaning, and start to work with your forward mind of how we would utilize that. Okay? Because everyone wants to act like they know everything, and they don't. That's a delusional response. And you're deluding yourself when you put those limits on you. It is not deluding yourself to put effort into working with your imagination and visualizing that which you truly want to see. If it's truly a fucking part of what you want to be, tell me how that's deluding yourself. Deluding yourself is pretending and doing everything else that goes against exactly what is most true to you, okay? And it's not about how it looks for everybody else. Please, when you visualize, don't be worried so much about what other people are going to think of it or how you might compare to somebody else's vision of themselves. It's for you and nobody else, because the time is coming. Not TikTok. The time is coming. So have fun with it. Put effort into it. And quit trying to jump back into the job, so to speak. We're supposed to be resting, because when this happens and that is able to emerge through, we're going to be getting right back into work. And it's going to be go time, but we're just going to have a whole new level of energy and confidence and all this. Anyway, we're 36. 19. Okay. Exactly. They know not what they do. You see how they're at this point, trying to continue the work for them. Honey, I feel you. I understand it. But don't let them take you down. Don't let them take you down with them. They will get their lot as they need it. Okay? It's not about punishing people for this or that. It's not about any of that. It's about what they need to grow. We experienced that shit ourselves. And when we were faced with it, we put in the work. Okay? And they're going to have to do the same too. It's okay to get your reward for the work that you put in. And trust that they'll be given that time and stuff, and we'll be in positions to be able to help them this time now. And we won't have to worry about their retaliatory techniques, their fucking whatever that they try to do. Because we'll be in our... Anyway, we'll see. Don't want to give too much away. One more, please. Fucking with me. There we go. The fucking. Exactly. What you're experiencing is called the fucking. And I want you to notice something. This is interesting. Because you see how here they know not what they do, right? And they're bringing this down right upon their heads. Okay? But this has been our experience. Our life. We've worked through this shit. Okay? So you're going to be able to observe the storm, so to speak, from the position that you are going to be in. And it's coming. And it's coming a lot sooner than many of you might think. So take advantage. Again, take advantage of this time where you're being given the space and granted the grace of, I told you you're protected. I told you this is, where to apply your focus, and just trust. If you can do that, listen to your inner voice. I'm not saying be completely devoid of whatever the fuck is going on around you, okay? Like, please don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm saying is, whatever your inner voice is telling you, listen to your heart. Go ahead and get familiar with the way that this energetic language is starting to work. Okay? If you think of like telepathy, right? Telepathy is a way of speaking without having to speak out loud or use your words. You can just look at somebody and it's like this whole communication. Well, what they haven't wanted to tell you is that so many of us have been doing it all along. It's called emotional intelligence. When I look at the camera, okay? If you heard me saying, if you could convey and pick up on that subconscious energy, it's an energetic thing. It's not as complicated as they say it is. Do you feel me? Oh yeah. It's time. Yeah. You can feel me. Yes, I can hear you. Like, anyways, start paying attention to that frequency of your heart. Communicate. I know a lot of stuff you're feeling and everything is like, my collective, we're starting to tap into each other so we can provide reassurance to each other, so on and so forth, as things come up. I have spent so much time the past few days being there energetically and subconsciously picking up on so many of you and exchanging wisdom and experience, because I've asked for help too. Okay? And what's interesting, I'm not gonna go there. Woo, hold up. Universe. Easy. Whoa, I about let something slip. Ooh. Anyway, I want to get Spirit Animal Oracle cards just for some final little tidbits. I don't want to push this one into an hour or more like I have been. I said I was going to get better about that, and I'm really trying. It is getting easier, though, as these energies kind of level out. Like, that's what I'm saying. You guys are doing such a great job, because that pressure of, like, trying to answer all these fucking questions and the why and da-da-da-da-da, so much has kind of eased up. Like, and anyway. Whew. The weirdness is strong today. Time for a deep dive. Card number 60. I don't know why. Then we have card number 28, the Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. Clean house. You're in a house. Yeah. She gonna have some company. Because one of the things about our counterparts also is that if you have an ethereal counterpart.
I did a bunny mermaid because it's kind of good for like movie nights.
Yeah, you like the bunny mermaid?
I have some skills.
Oh,
like
yes.
That skills.
Oh, I love it. I love your whole vibe. Oh my god. That is amazing. I love it.
It looks like a skull.
It is so awesome, girl. You slay.
I wish I had mermaid tail to go with it.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do when I get done with the video. Maybe Mommy can make you one real quick. We'll throw one together for you.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. That was beautiful. All right, well, go on. Let me finish this up, and we'll get that movie night going. Hop, hop, hop. Came in wearing bunny ears and stuff, and just she has her own vibe, whatever. Anyway, with our counterparts, we hold a part of them. I like to think of it as like we hold their hearts. Okay, and so making sure you have cleaned that inner house so you can welcome them in properly. Because although they'll be here on the outside, an aspect of them will always be with you inside. That's what makes it such an intimate bond. This is not an ordinary love. When two souls fall in love, like the core parts of two beings, that's eternal. Okay, that's not just, that's something that it's an undeniable anyway. And they hold a piece of you too. And those parts of each other are like the magnetic poles as you get closer and closer. It's like drawing you in faster and faster. And that's why all of this stuff, it starts, and then it's like that sudden, like it's coming in faster. So clear out the clutter. Go ahead and dive deep. Dive deep. Do that deep clean in your house, so to speak. Hello. Then we have the otter spirit. I was just talking about the aspect. You hold an aspect of them and they hold an aspect of you, and then you were never alone. Oh my God. And I think you guys are really starting to understand that. Somebody's really been starting to. That was a big confirmation for somebody. That's fucking beautiful. I love it. And then let's get one more. Fox spirit, think on your feet. Think of where you want to move, where you're moving forward into. Focus on that. And I find it to be no coincidence that the only other part of your body that has a soul is the foot. The soul of your foot. Okay? Yeah. What, Bubby? Maybe don't say that out loud. Like, so loud I'm on camera. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. Alright, guys, hang on one quick moment. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Now, I'm going to pull from the jar of weirdness, and then we're going to call it. Because, like I said, I don't want to go too... I got to hold it up. Keep forgetting to hold it up. So y'all can see I ain't cherry pigging. Alright. Over here. Okay. Ooh, I was just talking. Guys, this is so sweet. Oh, universe, thank you. We have the heart. Okay. I was just talking about the aspects that I like to think that we hold of our divine counterpart is their heart. Okay? Or we hold a piece of it anyway. And they hold a piece of ours. And then we got the chariot again. Moving forward with what the heart wants. The heart wants. Okay, and then we've got the Nine of Swords. So we're moving past this phase of our journey and a whole new record. A whole new world. Anyway, I love a lot. Magic carpet ride, guys. Let's get it. A whole new record. I have a feel it. I almost let that slip. I want to keep some things as like an element of surprise. So, anyway, I'm just pulling it out of the fucking jar at this point. I don't want to keep overthinking it because it's making me take even longer. And then we have the wolf. What do you know? I've got a little wolfie here next to my little, yeah. Anyway. And then we've got checking. The season. This is interesting. I'm just channeling this. Does anyone remember the movie Babe? About the little pig? And it was brought up by the border collies, like the dogs. And their job was to help herd sheep, right? And Babe ended up kind of being like a peacemaker between the dogs and the sheep, because the sheep called every dog, they called them wolves.
Oh no, it's silver.
Okay, thank you.
Now for the final touch.
Okay, give me just a minute, sweetheart. That is absolutely beautiful. I love your Burger King crown. You are such a beautiful princess. I love it.
I know. I kind of just sweated it a little bit because it was too hot outside.
I totally get it.
It was too cold.
All right, we'll give you just a minute. So checking the season, and then we. Ow! There was this motherfucker's hell. It was. You have something to. Anyway, whatever. So something about the full moon, or a new moon. Beginning. It's time for the wolves. Not the ones that, eat the sheep, but the ones that have helped guide the sheep and maybe needed to learn how to be a little more gentle. Some cleansing. That
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. And then, right, the trademark. Put your paws up, baby. And then we have,
Oh, no. Kind of. That's so nice.
you're headed.
This is a double shake. Double shake. And Meg, do you want to pay your
Catch.
Oh, I said
We have time. Or this watch. Stop, whatever. Pocket watch, rather. And the time on it is 8:07. So maybe that means that it's August 7th. Whatever. Remember in gematria you drop the 0. And then if it's 8-7, it's either a countdown or a 7-8 or a progression. And it's like, so being startled or whatever, a fall, and then somebody catching you just in time. And then we have the wasp. And then pillow.
Pillow.
Give me a second. 5 of Wands. So all this thought of competition and stuff buzzing around in your head, especially when you're trying to rest, trying to find a soft place to lay your head. And then we have the Page of Cups. Okay. So kind of having that soft place to rest your head, to rest your crown. Okay. A lot of us had fallen pretty hard, and the whole thought of that fall has been plaguing a lot. So there's been all this energetic communication that's been kind of competing for attention, for your attention, and you've been kind of like swatting the bees or the hornets away or whatever, because in your garden you want the bees and the butterflies. You don't want a lot of angry ass hornets that are demanding and come over and sting you for no fucking reason, like hornets like to do, or wasps like to do, because they're little bastards. I'm kidding. I love my pollinators, but goddamn, I do not like the mean ones. Just thank you for standing there and existing. Also like suggestive of like if you've been having a lot of issues with your relationships, okay, and there's been all this kind of extra, all these thoughts buzzing around in your head, about what to expect regarding your divine counterpart, your soulmate, that's coming in. You're just being asked to like keep an open mind. Don't try to force it. Let it happen. Focus on your part, on you. And just trust that whatever is meant for you is gonna catch you. It's just in time. in divine timing, guys. We got to remember our time is, we're approaching on that. But until then, you goofball, until then, you just gotta, you gotta ride this out. Try to be gentle with yourself. Please, please, please be gentle with you. And trust that, you know, oh, we've got, this is the last one. Game. Yep, you're being protected from the bullshit game. This is my thing for protection. Whatever. Like when I pull it, I know I'm being protected. Anyways, you remember what I said about all the colors, and I was using like the gel pen reference and stuff. You've got the box of colored pencils. So you are able to get your own. Like, think about your own game board. Think about if you could. Anyway, adventure. So think up, like when you're a kid and you're wanting to pretend something. You and your friend are making up this whole game, right? Color it the way you want to. Make it as adventurous as you want. Like, it's safe. It's your vision is being held and protected because it's. Is it making sense? Because you're healing. See, it got Neosporin and a Band-Aid. From the last time you fell and nobody was there to catch you. Someone's there to catch you this time. When we all fell into love and fell into life, we thought there was going to be something there to catch us. The first few waves had that light of awareness shining on them, and so they were caught. They had something there to catch them and help to raise them up. We fell straight into the fucking mud, and boy did we fall fucking hard. But trust that you're healing from this. I have to cover up this part of this because it's but you'll see. Your heart isn't being fucked with by this yeah. Vulgar word for vulva. Your heart is healing from having had to deal with that. Because your mom that's coming in, your the goddess is taking her throne, and with that, the god is taking his throne, and as the Godhead comes together in their respective aspects, we just got this whole coming together, and it's beautiful, and I love it. I want to pull with just one more, since we're already pushing on an hour anyway, right? Oh, it's so little. Wham! It said hi.
Bubby. Hi, Bubby. Oh, that's a cutie. Oh, yes, you are.
You're just a freaking cutie. Can I see the ears? They look so precious. I would like to wear them too. Yes. Bunny ears.
Oh, you're cute.
So instead of a mean, violent game of wolf and bunny, it's going to be a fun one.
I told you.
We found a way to make it fun.
I know. Right?
Ladies, I know you've been feeling it. That whole, I'll be your bunny. I'll be the bunny. Oh yeah, I'll be the bunny kind of thing. And you want your wolfie to, okay, I'll go get my bunny. But don't eat the fucking bunny in a, in a literal sense. Make it fun.
That's right, I ever did.
Anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and purr out. It's time for me to go. Happy reaping, guys, and please be... Okay, shh, chill. Happy reaping, guys. Take your time, relax, be safe out there, and let's just continue to push this through. It's coming, it's coming in fast. So I love you all. Mwah. Happy reaping.
Aw.